Located within the University of Virginia's School of Medicine, the Critical Incident Analysis Group, or CIAG, is an interdisciplinary and interprofessional group of scholars and practitioners who work to understand the impact of critical incidents on people, communities, and social structures.
CIAG is really kind of a meeting place. We are located at a university, but we are directed outwards in terms of trying to create a safe zone where experts and leaders from government, from academia, from the corporate world, from the nonprofit world can sit down together in a constructive atmosphere, try to get a better understanding of the threats and vulnerabilities that our societies face, and to try to think about ways to deal with them.
It's important to bring together people who are operational, who have walked the walk and not just talk the talk. There are plenty of people who are interested in these issues. There are few people who actually are operational when it comes to dealing with these issues and know how to do that.
CIAG is unique in the way that it addresses the issues at hand because they look for meaningful discussions and measurable outcomes and recommendations that even operational users like me can put into action. And that's different from the typical academic think tanks. And I think that more appropriately, you can look at CIAG as a think net. And what they do is they continually bring in the right stakeholders for the specific issue.
CIAG seeks to translate problems amongst government, academia, and the public sector.
CIAG examines two aspects of these situations. One is the operational response, how law enforcement and other emergency management agencies have reacted to a particular situation. But it also looks at the communications response, how the matter was portrayed to the public, how the public interest was explained and examined, and how the way in which people look at the situation is being portrayed. These are things that together make up how a situation was handled in its entirety and in its various aspects.
I got involved when I was the Assistant Secretary of Defense for Health Affairs, and we had a number of difficult problems that needed academic attention. And the Secretary of Defense, Dr. Bob Gates, was committed to bringing the best minds in the country to assist in resolving some very complex and in many cases sensitive issues. If you are thrown in with a group of legal experts, police, toxicology people, historians, sociologists, you are forced to speak a common language. And the CIAG has made an art form out of this, and it's been a real contributor to the United States government, and I suspect to many other groups as well.
For nearly 15 years, CIAG has maintained that trusted yet independent relationship, assisting the FBI and the U.S. government in serving the citizens of America. CIAG has excelled in keeping its operational orientation and focus to seek and find solutions to many of the challenges facing our nation. From terrorism to piracy to weapons of mass destruction, CIAG provides perspective and insights that better enable CIRG and the FBI to carry out its mission.
There's international expertise. It's not just within the United States. In medicine, and what I do in toxicology, there's people who have unique expertise with unique toxins. And so to have a network of individuals that we work with on a regular basis in our national organizations and our international organizations, and at an emergent situation to be able to call them and say, I got a question on this toxin that I know you've done research with. What are your thoughts on this? And that really goes across all disciplines. There's people out there who have expertise or experience with certain events that may have occurred that you can bring in. It is truly a small world. There is exceedingly focused expertise in certain areas. Throughout the world and in all countries, there's people who are willing to help, especially when these type of critical incidents occur.
Because of communications and because of the way that we communicate with each other, the boundaries that we used to think about more and more can seem artificial when it comes to crisis. So the lessons of our neighbors certainly are ones that we're obligated to learn and obligated to adapt for our own purposes. And so this is really, I think, the great opportunity, understanding the international dimension and leveraging the kind of relationships that we've built that are going to make for a stronger nation.